fight fans, the following contest is being brought to you by Havelock Country Jamboree and Client Secure Media. Introducing your fighters. First, fighting out on the blue corner, wearing the black trunks trimmed in white. Standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, he weighed in at 154 pounds. He's a freestyle mixed martial artist representing Allegiance MMA. He comes to the BTC cage looking for his first professional victory with a record of 0-1. Fighting out of and representing the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan, ladies and gentlemen, here is Lorenzo "Zo the Show" Banks. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks trimmed in gray. Standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, he weighed in at 155 pounds. He's a freestyle mixed martial artist representing Maximum Training Center. He comes to the BTC cage with a record of 3 wins and 4 losses, with one of those wins coming by way of submission. Fighting out of and representing Windsor, Ontario, Canada, ladies and gentlemen, here is Joe Petahtegoose. Referee Todd Anderson with fight instruction.
Big ovation for Joe Petahtegoose as he looks to collide with the American Lorenzo
Ladies and
Banks.
gentlemen, this BTC lightweight competition will be decided in 3 rounds or less.
And they are after it.
That outside leg kick just kind of finds your range and your position.
Both men a little jumpy.
And at the earlier levels of fighting, when you're fighting a Southpaw versus Orthodox, a lot of guys do like to stay outside. And so when you throw that low kick, you know you're outside because your foot's outside his leg.
You don't got to worry about the counter shot as much.
Ooh, that's the one you want to stick with a guy coming forward. Ooh. Joe's looking very good. Very focused.
Nice.
So Joe threw the right hand, and then when, sometimes the opponent will look like my turn now, and then Joe stuck him with the other hand.
Both men content to stay in the middle of the cage. Petahtegoose put a lot of traffic in the face.
Lorenzo's bringing his left hand back really nicely now. He's popping the straight left and coming right back to his jaw. This is a good one. They're both super focused. Somebody's getting cracked. They're both very much like, let's be in this range right here, and let's see who's going to land.
Nice try with the elbow by Petahtegoose. Side kick.
Yeah. It's not a bad choice. Like, it's an unexpected choice. And if you've got a guy who doesn't feel like he wants to grapple, and at least that's the feeling Joe's sending him right now. He doesn't want to grapple. Why not throw a side kick? Keep him back, make a little space. These two are just wading into each other, and it is complex, their choices, but somebody's just going to run into one. Somebody's going to drive the other.
Somebody's going to connect soon.
Yeah.
I like to see Joe use his range a little bit more. Stay a little bit longer. He's a long fighter. He should use it.
Oh, he got the short right hand in there. There was a little right.
Banks in trouble.
At around just about 3 minutes of that round, if our team gets us that one, it'll be really good to look at later. It was a really in-tight, short right hand.
Banks looked to walk into it.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we were saying is, like, when you're both just saying, I'm the one who's going to land, and you walk into those areas, someone's going to land. You're not
certain to be a confidence booster for Petahtegoose.
There's a certain type of ruggedness that it takes, and it's not strategically the best idea. Even when you are stronger, air quotes there, in that range, but there's a certain rugged toughness that a guy just has, and when you get 2 of them, this is what you get.
You got 2 guys staying in the pocket looking to throw.
They just both believe in what they can do there.
But you do get the sense that it's Petahtegoose forcing Banks to be jumpy.
Yeah, he is, and Banks is using his kicks a little more, and Petahtegoose at least is sending a message to him and to us so far that this is what he wants to do. He wants to kickbox. He wants to kickbox in the middle on the orange BTC in the middle of the cage and do this in front of all the people in Windsor. And that may not be true, but that's what the message he's sending right now.
Yeah, he's not looking to shoot in the clinch here.
I wouldn't be well, now he's dropping down a little lower, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him separate and strike, and he does. That moment of separation, there's
Head targeted.
Yeah.
Petahtegoose
lands
goes
2 of the
forward.
3.
Yeah. And then he retreats.
Yeah. We've talked a lot about sort of being in an optimal state of performance tonight because that is so important. It's everything. If you're not in one, it's not going well. But Petahtegoose certainly seems like it. He's really focused. There's a physical confidence in the way he's moving.
Yeah, exactly. He's in that, like they call it, flow state. You know what I mean? And he's in that zone. He's just engaged.
And people call it the zone sometimes, and everybody's felt it. Like you're playing floor hockey in grade 11, and somehow just the puck always is going in, and you feel like you're just watching yourself do it. That's real. Most people have experienced that at some point. Or if you're a musician or an artist, when you're in that state where you're doing the thing you love to do and you do well, you access that.
Nice left hook.
Left hand.
Yeah, he accessed that left
Yes,
hand.
he did. Banks flashing the uppercut.
And it did.
There we go.
Slinging.
And he's staying in there an extra punch or 2. But so far for Petahtegoose, it's working.
It's working, yeah.
Round 1 down, and the crowd appreciative of the action delivered by these 2 individuals. Some instructions for Petahtegoose by Reno Belcastro.
So if you see the highlights right here, that short right hand, yep. And then he went right behind the head and tried to feed him a second one. He's right, yeah, you just saw it. Just touched him in tight in there. And we were just saying, hey, he could stay at distance a little bit. But when you have a reach advantage, it's an advantage on the outside, but it's a leverage advantage on the inside too.
Yeah.
So many,
Variables.
people like little dudes like you and I, when you face those guys who have that extra 4 inches of reach, you're just so jealous. Like, why do you genetically get this massive advantage?
And I hate when I see a guy that's long and doesn't use it. I'm like, I wish I had that.
Big time. It's such an advantage.
Now, you just get the impression that round 1, if you're the judges, probably went to Joe Petahtegoose.
I think
if you're in the corner of Lorenzo Banks, what adjustments are you telling him to make?
So I think if I'm there, it's like this guy is going to stand in for 2 extra punches. We're going to set our feet and fire in here. If he's going to outslick us, that's trouble. But if he's going to be there, so Petahtegoose, once he goes in, especially late in that round, so he's staying in that range a little. Let's set and throw, right there. When he's firing, we're going to interrupt him. It's a dangerous game, but both these guys are up for it. This is what they're both all about, so let's play our game. So if I'm Lorenzo, I'm standing in there.
I would like to see both these guys with a little bit more feints to draw a reaction back from their opponent. Then we can start to counter. Because anytime somebody throws, the other guy just throws as well.
Yeah,
so that's
he
a
knows.
perfect opportunity.
True. And Lorenzo's shown some hip feints, some kick feints, but they both just want to punch each other.
Yes, they
you know
do.
what I mean? They just, and that sounds silly. Of course they do. They're fighting, but that desire to land your knuckles on the other guy's face, that isn't natural. But it's natural for these 2.
Landed a few there.
Both men chest to chest. Look like a little wince from Petahtegoose.
And you talked about adjustments. This wouldn't be a bad one.
Yep.
Let's push him back here, and let's see if we can put him on his back. He's not going to have a reach advantage on his back.
Absolutely not.
Because one of the things I did notice, even though Petahtegoose scored the cleaner, more technical shots, didn't really hurt Banks.
Yeah. It's because he's like bouncing and boxing. And I think that's what they came to do, And that's why I think for Banks, I want to set my feet, bite my mouth guard, and really commit to a few. When he's bouncing and boxing, but he's staying an extra second, let's land as he backs out.
So you're willing to take one to land the more vicious one.
We'd rather not take it, but we may have to, right?
We have to.
You know? But if he's not separating, then let's not separate. Again, that's a really tough way to go in and try to fight, but it's part of, we were talking about authenticity. That's who these two are. Right. They want to get in and fight each other. So let them fight.
It's entertaining for us. That's
yeah. And for them, honestly. There are times, and correct me if I'm wrong, and we talked about there are times where it's stressful, of course, but there are other times where there's nowhere you'd rather be in the world than that.
Absolutely. It's like everything's just flowing that night, and it's where you wouldn't think it'd be anywhere else.
Yeah. And one thing, that's a nice choice. Just dig the head, keep a left hand free, and fire. I like what Banks is doing now. But life is complicated. You've got families and bills and all types of things. But you don't right here. Right now, there's nothing in the world, but Petahtegoose is fighting me, and Lorenzo is fighting, you're fighting each other, right? And there's nothing else in the world right now. That's the beauty of it.
Banks trying to exhaust his opponent.
I'd like to see Joe battle for that right underhook. Banks is doing a good job of controlling his bicep there, keeping it.
Yeah, you see that little dig. They're both trying to. There, he circled in. He's got the bicep.
And that head pressure, too. The head underneath the chin. It's a perfect spot to be in for Banks. Nice.
Once upon a time, that was the secret. Now everybody's just fighting for that position.
Round 2 could be up for grabs. Somebody has to try to put money in the bank here.
Certainly, nowhere near as clear cut. I like Banks this round. I like this round so far for Banks.
I do as well.
But all it would take is 1 or 2 clean blows by Petahtegoose.
Or either.
Yeah.
Oh, ran into that one.
That gentle bounce that Petahtegoose had is not there as much now. And
Banks is being a bit lazy with that lead right hand. Petahtegoose should time that with over the top left hand straight right. I think that'll be the shot to do it.
But you saw him shaking out the hands, and obviously the
right.
He came in behind the right and left hook. So now Petahtegoose feels a little more, fluid and into it. Much closer round.
This is the perfect time where I'd look to strike, come underneath, take a double, look to secure the round.
Yeah.
But I think both these guys just want to bang it up.
Yeah, they do.
Yes. Seconds remaining in the second frame.
Side kick again.
Let's go. Bring it, Joe.
Spinning back fist attempt. Partially blocked by Banks.
You want to throw the left hook to create the circular movement of that spinning back fist. If you just kind of turn, you don't get the full propeller. So watch here. That's a rough one, but that second shot.
3 shots.
Yeah. Petahtegoose steps back in there. A little bit of chaos. In round 1, they were both sort of calibrating their weapons and getting closer to landing. Here in round 2, they've both been harder to land on. There, that one is a good one. The last few seconds. See if we get
lazy with that lead hand. Jab hand not coming back to his head. That's where that left hook can land.
See if we see the spinning back fist. You want to throw the left hook to sort of create the movement for the spinning back fist. There it is. He just sort of stepped through. You want to swing the leg all the way through. They need to hurt him. But still a nice touch.
Yep. Josh, how important is honesty from your corner if your corner's telling you that you're up 2 rounds when you know that's not really the case? Can it affect you mentally?
If my corners tell me that, they won't be my corner in the next fight, that's for sure.
You've cornered guys. You ever lie to anyone?
Absolutely not. No. If I'm saying you're down 2 rounds, listen, you need to go here. We're going to lose this fight. I want them to be totally honest with me because they need to hear that, really. I don't want a cheerleader. I want a coach.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it could very well be a round apiece here as we go into the third and final frame. John
You very well
Ramdeen-
could.
John Ramdeen, Robin Black, Josh Hill, having a great time here at BTC 5.
Let's go, Joe. Let's go, Joe. Good shit.
My feeling is Reno might have told Joe, we lost that round, we need to win this one. I think I would have told him that because you're unsure.
Yeah. I would have said it's probably 1-1 right now. Let's play it like it's 1-1, and let's go and take this round out over
Yeah.
for the finish.
Yeah. And if it turned out that we had both rounds, that's okay.
That's
we
okay.
got you engaged
Then
and
we'll take all
focused.
three.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's go, Joe. Combos.
Ooh, nice right hand.
Now Joe's committed this time. He's committed this
Needs
time.
to pull him off the face.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And he takes the fight to the ground.
You saw it. It wasn't the prettiest takedown you've ever seen, but once you join those hands together under those hips, it's your duty to take that man down.
And you hear the corner of Banks saying elbows. Throw elbows from this position.
I like that, man. And that's modern thinking. Like, we're not just going to sit here either. But if we want to stand up, we talked about this earlier, we open that guard,
Elbow, Joe.
and they did.
Short elbow. Let's go,
Yeah.
Joe. Ground and pound. Elbows, yes, bro.
Petahtegoose
It's a rugged.
trying to make it a rough ride
Okay,
for
Joe,
Banks.
okay.
You hear the labored breathing.
It's a rough ride for both of them. It's a rugged fight these two are putting on.
It is.
Let's
And
go,
they're
Joe.
right here in front of us right now. You've got Banks turning onto one hip, and now the other.
Banks waiting for his moment to escape this position.
Joe's really crowding him, and now up to land a big one.
Banks got to create space
There's
here.
up kicks here.
There we go.
Petahtegoose diving into that half guard position.
Yeah, I like that choice. Low head, and just commit to the half guard.
Banks got to use his underhook here and work to his feet. Got to get his hips underneath him.
Doing good.
But Joe's doing a good job of keeping his weight all on top of him, his hips back.
We-
He's peppering with elbows now.
We talked about this earlier too, like half guard, diagonal, one hip and the opposite shoulder. If you squash them both, you can really pin the guy and
Banks
work.
getting to his knees.
Joe's got the ankle pick here, just controlling the ankle.
Let it go now.
Looking for a choke, perhaps.
So he has locked this up. So,
Lots of space still.
yeah.
Abandon the submission.
But he's running the front headlock sequence that a lot of people work here. Like, we'll threaten a choke, we'll pressure, we'll punch, we'll see if we can circle around to the back, and you keep threatening all of the options.
Nice, keep his hips back. Nice job of Banks to get back to his feet.
Petahtegoose let that choke go, smart.
Take it, Joe. Take it.
Petahtegoose fighting for the takedown, perhaps.
Both guys will feel fatigue here, but these last 2 minutes are really important.
Keep it up. Stay strong.
If you're Lorenzo, you got to go now.
You got to go now.
Yeah.
Let's go, Joe.
And again, Banks does not look hurt. Looks a little tired,
Straight
but
right. Let's go, Joe. Let's go.
his reaction time maybe
Oh,
not as quick as
nice
it was
left
in
hand.
round one.
Yeah, and Josh pointed out the hands aren't coming back to the chin anymore. They're coming back to the rib cage. So this is a nice time for Joe to throw combinations. But it's Lorenzo. They just stood right in there and said, let's both throw punches.
Here we go.
Coaches get mad when you do that, unless it works. And
If it works, it's great, right?
Yeah.
Let's go, Joe.
And you have 1 minute left, and you came to fight. It's been exactly what you were looking for tonight, so you might as well let it all hang out.
There we go, Joe. Keep moving forward.
Less than a minute remaining.
Nice.
A lot of punches thrown, and so well matched again, these
Here
two.
we go, Joe.
Suit,
Nice shot.
very nice.
Very intelligent.
Yeah. Committed heavy, and he's got it.
Almost
Yeah.
sealing the victory.
Very
You saw
smart.
the hands on the head of his coach.
Yep. And if I'm Lorenzo, I'm going to, if there's a submission that I play in the gym, it's full commitment to it here. Even if we get up. Full
horsepower.
Yep. If there's that one that you catch everybody with, that's where we're going. And if there isn't, let's elbow. And let's just keep fighting. But you got to think Joe Petahtegoose round 1 and 3.
Let's go! Bring it!
3 exciting rounds in the books. The fans here, the Central Park Athletics, loving all the action. The crowd behind us on their feet as we look back at what transpired in round 3.
Yeah.
It's 2-3 there.
Yeah, key. And these 2 takedowns were key. That choice, a little moment Lorenzo went to elbow the head, was all Petahtegoose needed. And this one, full commitment. Not the prettiest ever, but fully committed to them. Like, he wasn't entertaining the idea that maybe I'll get this. He was like, I am taking this. Yeah. And that feeling of being on top is just so much better than being the one getting elbowed.
Absolutely.
You haven't been the one getting elbowed very often.
I try not to, that's for sure,
But these 2 would just, here, look at, they just stand right in each other's range. That's what they came to do, and they should both be very proud they did exactly what they came to do.
Petahtegoose has his list out, confident that he will emerge victorious.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for both of the fighters in this cage. After 3 rounds of professional mixed martial arts, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge Vandermeer scores the contest 29-28. Judge Woods and Judge McNeil also score the contest 29-28. All for your winner by unanimous decision, Joe Petahtegoose!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for Joe Petahtegoose. Man, you look like you enjoyed that. Both of you guys look like you enjoyed that. You're very similar. That willingness to step up to each other and just throw punches and believe in your punches. Did you enjoy that as much as it looked like you did?
Thanks for the easy question.
Joe, I commentated a couple of your early fights. You've always been a very rugged fighter. It must feel really good to get this win right here, Windsor.
Oh, it sure does. 3 down, 1 up now. Yeah.
Good, man. That was a wonderful fight. I'm sure everybody enjoyed that fight. You got some people you want to thank?
Everybody that showed up here tonight to support was unbelievable. The people hit me up on Facebook. These guys over here. And I got a list here. I might be my translator. In one hand. Launa, Penalty Box, Canadian Protein, Boston Pizza, Chow Cafe. Takedown Distributions, right out of BTC, Unifor, IBW, and
I can't read this.
Not Concrete.
Thank you all for taking care of Joe Petahtegoose. Joe, great fight, man. Your winner, Joe Petahtegoose.